everyone, and welcome back. Today we're taking a look at Thomas and His Friends Get Along. This is a big one. I've spent a lot of time preparing this episode, but I think I'm finally ready to share it with you guys. So let's get right into it here. So it was released on March 16th of 2004, the DVD that is. The VHS was originally put out in 1998 on February 10th, and then there's also another date on the wiki here. It says 1999, so I'm guessing it's a re-release of that one. And then this style of the VHS was put out on July 25th of 2000. And then there's another date that says 2007. I'm guessing that it was brought back like this kind of style again. They just reprinted it again. Then in 2009, Lionsgate changed it to be the Runaway Engine. So, yeah, I'm not a big fan of that kind of style. I think it's really lame, but whatever, it's fine. Anyways, let's take a look at the DVD here. Don't know why I went to an accent there, but well. So this is a pretty nice light blue border. It doesn't really reflect the theme, but I think it's still cool. So then we got the Thomas logo. Thomas and his friends get along in other Thomas adventures. Doesn't make any sense. We'll talk about that later. Sorry if I rage. I just like putting on an act for you guys. Here's a picture of Thomas and Percy. Now, until I was watching episodes recently, I had no idea what this is from. It's actually from A Close Shave, so if you go back and watch A Close Shave, you'll actually recognize this. But that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense because that's not on here. But I guess it's a nice picture of Thomas and Percy, like, because they're friends and they sometimes get along. And Duncan from Passengers and Polish. Why is this on here? I have no idea. I guess we'll talk about this more later, but I have a better idea for a screenshot. So right here, we have a nice blue border, or not blue border, just a blue like base color, I guess. Thomas and his friends get along. Yep, pretty cool. On the back, you got a screenshot from James in a Mess, and that is from Trust Thomas. Storyteller George Carlin up there. Also, fun fact, on the 1998 VHS, this was the first time you could get any, I'm sure a majority, of these stories told by George Carlin. I'm pretty sure all of them, apart from Trust Thomas and Percy and the Signal, I believe. I'm pretty sure the other ones are all told by Ringo Starr, but I'm pretty sure you could get these two with George Carlin narration, but the rest, these are all brand new George Carlin narrations in 1998. Not so much now, because I think you can get a majority of these stories on other releases. Like Down the Mine, that was just on Best of Gordon last week. But yeah. There's your little description there, but then I'll read the episodes for you guys. So we have Old Iron, James in a Mess, Duck Takes Charge, Down the Mine, The Runaway, Better Late Than Never, Tennyson Turntables, Percy Proves a Point, Trust Thomas, and Percy and the Signal. This is, I think, the most confusing Thomas release ever because these stories don't correlate at all. Like, there's some of them, like, all of the Percy episodes minus Percy's Promise are on here. Some of the Christopher Audrey stories are on here, like Better Late Than Never and The Runaway. It's just the whole thing. It's weird. We'll talk about that later, though. If I can open it here, that'd be great. So here's the disc. It's just the top of the poster, which is better than putting Duncan on here because that doesn't make any sense. Then we got a booklet here. It's pretty beat up, actually. Oh, well, I did get the second hand, so it's not my fault. It's a pretty lackluster one. Thomas and his friends get along, discover all that Thomas has to offer on DVD. Pretty normal booklet here. Nothing too special. You do have the Thomas anthem on here, which is pretty cool. And on the back here, oh, if I can get it upright, there we go. Ah! There we go. These are all the releases you can get. So that's pretty cool. Oh, look at that. New Friends for Thomas. We're going to look at that next week. Oh, my trees are falling over. I don't really care. Best of Gordon should have one of these things that says on DVD, right? It should. I don't know. I don't really remember when it was put on a DVD exactly. I don't know. And also, I should say it up there too. Like, what the heck? Other than that, it's perfectly fine. Yeah. So I have the original VHS, but I didn't bring it down with me. 1, because I don't care. 2, because I'm lazy. And 3, because it's actually pretty different, and it's not really similar to that. And this is not a VHS show. So the whole point of this show is for me to dissect the releases and make them how I think they should go. Now, there are 2 other releases out there that I like to group all these 2 together and call the compilation releases or compilation tapes. They are A Big Day for Thomas and Thomas Comes to Breakfast. There are also 3 more released back in the earlier days of Thomas on VHS, those being Tenders and Turntables, Thomas Breaks the Rules, and Better Late Than Never. So those have mostly all of the remaining Season 1 episodes and a majority of the Season 2 episodes. And instead of bringing all of those straight to DVD, like having Tenders and Turntables on DVD, they made A Big Day for Thomas, Thomas and His Friends Get Along, and Thomas Comes to Breakfast. And they pulled episodes from every release and just stuck them in. And I don't really like that. I think that's really dumb. But whatever. So I've always thought that the ordering of the episodes made no sense. Even as a kid, I was like, this is one of the weirdest releases to me as a kid because I never saw it. So I don't know hardly any of these episodes. Some of them I do, but I'm not as familiar with them as others. But as a kid, I watched this and I'm like, this is so weird. But anyways, I have spent a long time rearranging all these episodes, and we're not going to get to these releases for a while. I think the next one will be Thomas Comes to Breakfast, but that's in like a couple of months. So I'm only going to bring this up now. We'll talk about it later when we get to these releases. But anyways, enough of me rambling. Let's get to the actual release. So, first of all, the title needs to be changed because Thomas and His Friends Get Along is not an episode, and it doesn't make sense to have And Other Thomas Adventures. Now, you could go about this 2 ways. You could get rid of the And Other Thomas Adventures and just have it be Thomas and His Friends Get Along, which is a fine title, I guess. It's very vague. It doesn't mean anything. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to call it Thomas Breaks the Rules. So have that be the DVD, or be a DVD. It's not going to be the direct one, like it's not going to have all those episodes on here, but I have rearranged them all. So, let's get into them here. So, A Big Day for Thomas is going to end off with Toby the Tram Engine, and Thomas Breaks the Rules will be the first episode on here. So, Toby the Tram Engine ends on a cliffhanger, so you'll be like, ooh, what's going to happen next? I got to go seek out this other DVD so I can get this release. You'd also have to probably change up the release dates, because this doesn't come in Big Day for Thomas doesn't come in until 2007, but whatever, it's fine. So the first episode is Thomas Breaks the Rules, which makes sense because that's what the release is called. And then we got James in a Mess, Gordon Takes a Dip, and Down the Mine, so that finishes off the Toby arc and the Gordon arc, kind of. We got Paint Pots and Queens, but whatever, it's fine. That was in Season 4, this is in Season 1. Then we dip into Season 2 with the Edward episode, so we have A Cow on the Line, Old Iron. Just those 2. What's the other one? I'm sure there's one more. It's Saved from Scrap. Well, that's not even on any of these releases. That's on the Thomas and His Friends Help Out release. Anyways, so then we got all the Percy stories left. So we got Percy and the Signal, Duck Takes Charge, and Percy Proves a Point. So that's going to be my little ideal episode ordering for this release. Now, I'm advanced. I wouldn't say I'm advanced in Photoshop or, like, designing. So I don't know how you would go about designing a cover for this, but maybe you can have it be, like, Thomas getting in trouble with the police or something. But if we wanted to keep it in this kind of style, I think instead of having Duncan down there, which doesn't make any sense because there's no Season 4 in here, let alone any narrow gauge episodes, I think it'd be cool to actually have the Crash from James in a Mess on the front. Yeah, I know it's on the back, but you can get different screenshots. But I think that'd be really cool to get. I'll put that screenshot on there. And then I guess on the front you could have like a worried Thomas or something for him breaking the rules. I'm not sure. I'm no designer. Even though I aspire to do that, I'm not like that advanced in it. But that's really all I have for this release. It's a very convoluted release, but I think I've done a pretty good job reordering all the episodes. I'm not going to tell you what the other episodes or what the other releases will consist of. I'll save that for when those releases come. The next one will be Thomas Comes to Breakfast, like I said, which is going to be in a few months. So, yeah. That's going to be it from me here. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I know I tend to ramble a lot, but I just, like I said with Best of Gordon, I love talking about DVDs. I think it's just so fun. So anyways, if you guys, let me know what you guys think of that episode ordering. Let me know if you like this kind of like mishmash style, and let me know what you guys would make the release into if you had to change it. But anyways, that's going to be it for me. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and I will see you next week with the first season 7 release. Oh my gosh, it's a new Friends for Thomas, guys. It's new Friends for Thomas. Season 7 is not very good though, and it has Michael Angeles. Oh my god, we're screwed.